I'm going to show you how to customize your golf bag. Now, most of us have a bag with lots of open space, so why not fill that space with images, your name, maybe a cool quote, something along those lines. And so right here on my bag, I've got a space that's 7 inches by 11 inches, and I'm going to put my logo here in the center. First, I have to edit my logo because right now there's a lot of fine details in it, like cross hatching, a lot of small openings, and the machine I'm using is a Cricut, which prefers to cut out large chunks of shapes and colors. That's how it makes the best detailed cuts. And so here, I've already done that. Thick lines and shapes, black and white contrast, very easy to cut out with this Cricut machine, which is right here. More specifically, it's called the Cricut Joy. And so I've got my bag set up, the Cricut's plugged in, ready to go. I've got my vinyl on my sticky sheet ready to be cut out, and I've got my design uploaded to the Cricut design space, as well as a sample image right here, which we'll practice to iron onto the bag itself once it's all cut out from this piece of vinyl. This isn't a tutorial on how to use this Cricut machine, but if you're interested, I will make another video. And so here I'm just adjusting the pressure of the blade to firm so that I know it cuts out the details of my image very accurately. And then you just press go and let the machine do its thing. Depending on the size of your image or how intricate it is or how many different pieces you need to cut out will determine how long it takes, which is usually around 2 to 5 minutes, somewhere in that range. Now, these Cricut machines are awesome. My wife has a few of them, and I borrow them all the time to do these fun little projects. And today I thought, why not try to customize my golf bag with a simple version of my logo? Once it's all done, you just pull it out of the machine, take the vinyl off the sheet, and you'll be ready to start transferring your iron-on image to your bag. Here you can see I'm cutting out the sample image that I'm going to be putting right here in my bag, which is in a diamond shape. So right here is a little inconspicuous. I figured, why not try that spot? And here what I'm doing is called weeding, which is removing any excess image that I don't want to be transferred. So here you can see the diamond, which is what I do want to be transferred onto the bag. So for this test spot, I'm going to do it right here, and I got a little piece of cardboard which will help keep it in place, as well as help me put a little bit of pressure with this iron. This is another Cricut product, but you could use a regular iron if you have that instead. A good tip to use is put a piece of parchment paper in between the iron and the image that you're putting onto the fabric. It just helps keep things nice and neat, and another layer of protection as well. As you can see here, it took about 20 to 30 seconds just with medium-high heat. And you peel it off, and there it is. It's right on there, really firm. You cannot scratch this off. It is permanent iron-on vinyl. This stuff is very cool, and it's waterproof. So my test image transferred over very successfully, so I figured why not prep the larger image for the main spot that I'm going to put it on the back side of my bag. So here you can see me weeding out all of the negative space. Everything that's going to be showing up as black, the bag, is what I am removing from the image. And then all of the white is the white that I want to be transferred onto the bag itself. So you'll see, obviously, it's a golf ball in my logo, so that's what I want mostly of the white to cover when it goes onto the transfer of the bag. Alright, so now that my image is ready to rock, I'm going to open this pouch here, put a piece of cardboard as just an additional surface to press down onto, like you saw with the test image, as well as a towel behind the cardboard to give me a little bit more cushion and wiggle room when I'm pushing down with the iron itself to get the image to stick on properly if I need to put a little additional pressure. So here's the image. It's got two sides, a glossy side and a matte side, and you want to put the matte side down onto the surface it is that you're going to be ironing onto. So here I'm just putting another piece of parchment paper in between the image and the iron itself. It just protects the iron. It also protects your bag a little bit when you're trying to heat transfer. Then you can begin just ironing on slowly with different varying amounts of pressure and time spent on certain areas depending on how small they are, how big they are. And so here, once you think you've got it all, you can start to do a little test peel. Here I saw that a piece of the eye didn't transfer properly, so that's okay if that happens. Just go ahead and put the parchment back on and begin ironing again. Take a little bit of time. That's why I like to use the lowest heat setting, because you can really take your time to make sure it transfers over well. Peel off that piece of plastic when you think you're done and take a look, and you can see that I've successfully transferred over my image onto the bag. It's like magic, and once it's on there, it's on there. I mean, this stuff is permanent vinyl, and you can do it anywhere you have an empty space on your bag. It's not perfect, but for larger images, it's a cool way to make something unique out of an empty space, which otherwise would have had some dumb coarse logo on it. I know that you can buy different iron-on images off the internet, but this way is a little bit more fun if you don't mind putting a little bit more time and effort into it. So I hope you enjoyed. Go customize your bag.